I'm Agent Saganti with the Republic Customs Office. What brings you to my planet, Captain?
What's your job? Showing me how to shake hands with the natives?
Hard to believe a spacer like you never encountered Republic Customs before. The Republic Customs Office monitors all starship traffic and ensures no illegal goods are transported on or off this planet. There's a lot of contraband making its way around Taurus. If you see anything suspicious, I suggest you report it immediately.
Why so much illegal activity around here?
Lots of nice things are still buried in the ruins of old Taurus. This planet is one big party for grave robbers and scavengers. I take a special interest in every new arrival to my planet, Captain. Keep your nose clean and we won't have any trouble. Clear?
You give this speech to everyone?
Just the ones I think need to hear it. Enjoy your visit to Taurus.
Hold a moment, please. Strom.
Scanning. Confirmed. It's her, all right.
Captain, Governor Suresh is concerned about the reconstruction project's security. She's aware of your reputation and hopes you're available.
I'm always available to a governor, if the price is right.
The governor is prepared to be very generous. Taurus is substantially more hazardous than initial reports had suggested. The specifics aren't common knowledge off-world, but
We're trying to rebuild a planet covered with toxic junk and diseased carnivorous monsters. And it ain't working.
Governor Suresh has plans to alleviate some of these issues, but they require highly skilled individuals to carry out. Individuals like you.
How does the governor plan on dealing with this exactly?
She'll be happy to discuss the details with you in person. I'll let her know you'll be stopping by.
Just hear her out. You can make a huge difference here.
Thank you for your time.
You smell that, Captain? Terrace is like a dead Gundark wearing dirty old socks. Doesn't look much better either.
We've been waiting weeks, and those things are still swarming our property while you sorry excuses for defenders of the Republic sun yourself on the base.
This is a military operation, sir. This planet hasn't been cleared for civilian occupancy.
My brother didn't mean to be insulting, but for 3 centuries our family has dreamt of reclaiming our place on Terrace, and now to be stopped by those things.
It never looks good to see a Republic soldier refusing aid to one of his own.
And it must be nice not having orders to follow. If we chased down every homestead, we wouldn't have the men to hold the base.
Terrace is our home. We're not gonna wait until the army takes its pick of the planet and then throws us the scraps.
The Republic validated our records, but some outlaws set up a camp there. They've got security droids all around the perimeter.
You need something dangerous cleared out first?
It's not raccoons or anything. There's someone living there. Sentience.
They've got security droids all around the perimeter. It's a war zone. We almost got killed entering our own property.
The Republic will respond to all such claims of hostile, non-indigenous life forms based on strategic value.
After 300 years, you can't blame someone for thinking it was up for grabs.
Each generation has passed down these deeds. We always knew we would return to Terrace, that we were merely exiles.
If the Republic won't help us claim it, we're going to have to go back to Alderaan. Unless, could you help us?
Make me an offer, and I'll think about it.
Our family was fortunate to escape the bombardment with their fortune intact. Help us reclaim what's ours, and you will be well rewarded.
Of course we'll pay, but no droids, no whatever's living there. Clear them out. I don't care how.
Hey, you're not a refugee and you're not an aid worker. Why are you here?
I go where there's opportunity.
Then turn around. If you're looking for, well, anything, you won't find it here. Scavengers have our homes and the army's fighting them. While one side's looting, the other's bombing. And we get to sit in a tent and hope.
You gonna be alright?
It's not me I'm worried about. It's my brother, it's my mom who hasn't left her tent. So I'm trying to keep us together and stay honest. Some people around here, I'm not gonna do what they do for credits. The whole camp's just waiting to go back to the settlement, but the scavengers are still there, probably looting left and right.
I could check out your home, see if it's still standing.
Hey, did you say you're going to her house?
Someone's going to the settlement? Get me my land speeder!
My farming droids are still out there. Oh, and my sonic washer. Hey, Bada, get out here. Someone's making a trip.
All of you, back off. We do this one at a time, or nobody gets anything. This could take a while. Are you still in?
A favor is one thing. If I'm ransacking a war zone, I'll need to be paid.
That's fair. But you get payment after, not before. Get to our houses and bring back... Well, Laisha, you start.
I want my digging tools. I don't know how long we'll be here, and if we're going to build or grow anything, we'll need them.
All I hear all day is dumb boys fighting because there's nothing to do. I've got a box with 10 custom Pazak decks. Bring those.
I got a micro generator in my toolbox. Bring the toolbox and we can plug in everything electric.
I've spent years working on a novel in my spare time. It's on data file. I'm sure it won't have been stolen.
And what I need is our Nadu seeds. Just a few packets would go a long way. It'd mean everything to my mother. Please, hurry.
I'm sure it would work if we had the manpower, but we don't. The numbers just aren't on our side.
Success isn't in the numbers, Chief. We don't need more people, we need the right people.
Well, when you want things done right, I'm the one to see.
I'm glad Bardo and Strom found you, Captain. Thank you for coming. I'm Governor Suresh. Our goal on Terrace is straightforward. Rebuild everything the Sith destroyed, and remind the galaxy that the Republic never gives up. But resources are tight, and we have some serious challenges. Toxic chemical spills, scavenging pirates, and the wildlife.
Rat ghouls. One bad bite can turn you into a vicious monster just like them. There's thousands out there, maybe even millions.
Well, I guess this place won't top any desirable destination lists anytime soon.
With your help, it might someday. The rat ghouls use tunnels buried in the ruins to attack by surprise and overwhelm our soldiers. Every work crew we send out is decimated. We came here to achieve the greatest reconstruction project in Republic history. Instead, the workers hide in this outpost like frightened children. No more.
I do some of my best work while I'm hiding, thank you very much.
I don't doubt it. But we'll never make any progress from behind our walls. Chief Trigg has developed a plan.
A suicidal plan.
A bold plan to collapse the tunnels the rat ghouls are using to ambush our people. I know you're up for the task.
Old ventilation shafts still connect a few hubs in the tunnel network to the surface. You drop explosives in enough of them, and the whole thing collapses.
Been a while since I blew up tunnels inside monster-infested ruins. What's the hourly rate these days?
I'll put down my own funds to make this happen. We've been held back for too long. It's time for progress, whatever the cost. You have a reputation for overcoming impossible odds. Live up to that reputation. Help us transform Terrace into the future of the Republic.
Argo, you're leaking oil again. You want to set this whole warehouse on fire?
The Maker said it is better to burn out than rust away. Perhaps I'm testing that wisdom, Mistress.
I'm looking for Beryl Thorne.
That's me. Argo's what passes for my second-in-command. I recognize you from Risha's holo. Let's get one thing straight. The only reason I agreed to help is because my contract supplying the Terrace Reclamation Project is at risk. Looked like easy credits. Turns out Terrace is anything but easy. There are lots of interesting ways to die.
Why don't you just leave?
Can't afford to. Not yet. If I don't finish my contract, I don't get paid. Tyrell, my partner, died on a supply run. Put me in a real bind. I'll find that vault, but I have to finish my contract to do it. You work for me, and I'll work for you. Deal?
Can't your walking rust bucket handle things?
Not a chance. The scavengers out there would be on Argo like Gundarks on fresh meat. I only have 2 deliveries left. Soon as you handle them both, we'll find your vault. The first job's for a Republic scientist named Vernon. He's got a research camp in Rakghoul territory.
You should take that comedy act on tour.
I wish I was joking. Don't know how anyone lives with those man-eaters all around. I'll start working on your job while you handle mine. Isn't cooperation grand?
Hello again, Captain. I didn't know you and Thorne were acquainted.
Agent Saganti, what a lovely surprise. It's only been a day since your last inspection. Don't you Republic Customs boys have better things to do than turn my warehouse upside down again?
I can inspect this warehouse whenever I want. It's the law.
Take Dr. Vernon's delivery, Captain. There's no reason for you to stick around.
Why is Republic Customs so interested in you?
Just between you and me, Saganti's a very lonely man. Poke around the warehouse all you want, Agent. You won't find anything out of order.
What did I just step in, Thorne?
My apologies, sir. I believe that is my hydraulic fluid.
And the town!
Dear Adele, I regret that your husband was killed yesterday by rat ghouls. Please accept my condolences. Dr. Soilan was an excellent scientist. I've never composed a death notice before. How did that sound?
You might try softening the blow a little.
Really? Adele always impressed me as something of a stoic. Then again, she is a widow now. I recognize the symbols on that container. My bio-alarms have finally arrived. Good, good. If only this had arrived in time to save my associates. Not your fault, certainly. We knew the risk of studying rat ghouls.
What do you think you're going to learn about these things?
My colleagues and I were studying the rat ghouls' behavior, hoping to find a means of containing them. We can't afford to let the rat ghouls impede our progress. The Republic's rebuilding efforts on Terrace are paramount to future prosperity.
What's so important about Terrace?
This was a wonderful planet before the Sith destroyed it. The Republic must rebuild, and show that Sith aggression will not stand. I've isolated an identifying element in the rat ghouls' physiology, making it possible to detect and track their movements. The bio-alarms you brought will reveal how the creatures hunt. However, installing them will be a challenge with all my assistants dead.
If you've got the credits, Doc, I've got the time.
Thanks to the rat ghouls, I have a budget surplus for staff expenses. You're hired. Place a bio-alarm at each survey station we've established, and I'll see you're amply rewarded.
Amply rewarded is my middle name.
Your parents must have been fascinating people. Come back when you're done, and we'll celebrate your success. Normally, I'd ask for your next of kin's hollow frequency, but I'd rather maintain some optimism. Good luck.
I got you!
Hold. We have no more with which to defend ourselves. You have left us helpless before the Rackles and everything that haunts this planet. My people are refugees, survivors of the battle on Coruscant. Would you turn us out of yet another home?
The owners have been waiting for centuries to return here.
So many men are here to reclaim this planet who know nothing of its past. Ancient Taurus was a blight on the Republic. The black mark on its reputation for freedom.
As far as I know, it was some outer rim nothing until the Empire blew it up.
Humans on Taurus did as they do on all planets. They seized the surface, claimed Taurus's wealth, and forced every other species underground. Every meter of land owned by a human was probably seized from another species, just as this was seized from my ancestors. I have their documents. So old they were kept in printed form. Read them yourself if you doubt me.
If this place is valuable, you won't find any shortage of folks willing to steal and kill for it.
Credits spare no children. Lives matter, not money. If you have any sympathy for our cause, perhaps there is something you can do? We are alone and at the Republic's mercy.
I would not wish to see you turned away from your home.
I thank you for softening your heart to my story. I will tell my people to begin repairs on our droids.
Let's get him! Got the tools and the talent!
Splendid work. I'm already receiving data transmissions from the bio-alarms. You've done the Republic's rebuilding effort a tremendous favor.
Those Rackles were no trouble at all.
Thanks to you, the Republic's reclamation teams will soon be saying the same thing. What you've done most definitely calls for generous compensation. Good show.
It seems dangerous to stay out here all alone.
I'm 100% safer now with the bio-alarms in place. I'll be fine. Accept these credits with my extreme gratitude. I'll begin collating my data. Thank you again for everything.
Hey, Captain. How are things out there?
Beautiful scenery, great weather, man-eating creatures trying to kill me. You should be here.
That's the problem with running your own business. You always miss the good times. I finally located the other supplies you need to deliver. They were lost when Tyradol got killed by the Rackles. A Republic patrol found the supplies with Tyradol's remains, dropped everything off at an outpost near the lake.
What do you know about this lake? Is there swimming?
Only if you enjoy bathing in acid. All you have to do is swing by the outpost, grab the supplies, and take them to an engineer named Ovold. Ovold will give you some planetary core samples to bring back to me. Got it?
What do you need with planetary core samples?
I have to transport them to Coruscant as part of my contract. It's a science thing. Grab the supplies from the outpost, get them to Ovold, and return to me with his core samples. Good luck.
Excellent job. We could smell the smoking metal corpses from here.
I told him that's not really possible.
So who are the crooks who set themselves up on our property? Did you drive them off?
I took out the droids, but it won't be safe to live there.
What are you talking about?
Is it the Rakghouls? Monsters? I told you we should have waited until the planet was open to settlers.
The land is held by the alien who owns this deed. Her claim is better than yours.
The alien resettlement was a valid executive order approved by the Republic. This is our land!
There are alien survivors who kept their claim? I'd have thought they would never come back here. I studied the history. It wasn't right.
It was justified. You can't make us leave because of that.
That's the way the flat cake crumbles.
You can't do this to us. Our family governed this planet. We owned it.
It's been a long time since that mattered, Relis. We'll be on the next ship out. It was kind of crazy to think we'd get our dream after 300 years. That only happens in stories.
Hey, good job. Both on the droids and getting to the bottom of that mess. Terrace politics. Huh. Who cares about this dump anyway? Brass called me when you left. Wanted to see if your work's as good as your rep.
Is there something else you want me to do?
Well, I doubt he's asking you over for a cup of mudleaf tea. Captain Childress calls, it usually means something needs fixing. If you're interested, go look him up. His office is at HQ, other side of the base. Tell him you're the one who ran off the Brat Brigade.
Leisha! Vetus! Everybody, she's back!
Is everything okay? What did the scavengers take?
Okay, calm down, people. Let's deal with the possessions first, so those who want you can leave.
Hopefully, this'll help you start over.
We can only hope. Now, what do we have?
This is fabulous. Not a page lost.
Yeah, I can't wait to turn this on.
I have to show these to my mother. She's been so worried. I'll be right back.
I think what she meant to say was thank you, but she's a little giddy. Don't worry. None of us will forget your generosity.
I don't care what your plan is. We're not sticking around to get eaten alive. Me and my crew are leaving. Period.
If you want to abandon the work you agreed to do for the Republic, I can't stop you. But you aren't leaving. A 6-month quarantine requirement has been put into effect. Anyone trying to leave without prior authorization is subject. You can sit in a medical bay and go broke, or you can help us accomplish something unprecedented. It's your choice.
If they aren't being paid anymore, can I get their share?
Hey! Just who do you think you are?
I know you're going to make the right decision here, Hull. Come back when you do. Unfortunately, not everyone flourishes in the face of adversity. Scouting parties are already reporting lower Rakghoul populations. Most of our work crews are gearing up. We're finally gonna get this project moving.
There are still a lot of Rakghouls and wreckage out there.
Obstacles exist to be overcome. My ancestors called Terrace home once. Thanks to you, millions of people might call it home again someday. Stay safe. And stay in touch.
Hey there, Captain Childress. I want to thank you for taking the time to see me. You did nice work on that land claim mess. Like we flew this many troops to the armpit of the galaxy so some kids could play pioneer. It'll take way more than it's worth to make this planet livable. Only thing interesting about Terrace is that it's the worst failure the Republic's ever had.
I don't know much about Terrace's history.
Way back when, the Sith were searching for a Jedi here. When they couldn't find her, they tried destroying the entire planet. The Jedi escaped, but millions of people died an ugly flaming death. The Empire tried the same thing on Coruscant in the last war. 300 years after Terrace, we still don't know squat about how to defend against a bombardment once ships are in low orbit.
I could take a battlecruiser or two, but I don't know if I could stop a whole bombardment.
We're not there yet. Right now, we're just trying to learn what we did wrong. I sent commandos to defend a research team at the crash site of the Endar Spire, the last Republic warship shot down over this planet. If we're lucky, that ship recorded the whole bombardment. But my team's lost contact, which means there are desk jockeys in the wild with the most valuable data on Terrace.
What's this ship?
Why is it so valuable?
There were Jedi aboard back in the day. Now, we hope it's got data on the attackers. The crash site's a ways out, fast as you can make it. I don't know if we've got survivors. Research team's your number 2 priority. Data's the most important thing. Take anything the Endar Spire recorded to Commander Vicky at the outpost.
Bimkanaya Nugan, Ejinim Naya, Lak Umnan Mege. Nule Lak Apa Jam Kamgram, Amkanem Nang Nemua Inuk.
I sincerely have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, honest.
Nakag Agib, Kik Benabab, Neya Agam Berakaki. Bomo Gala Apayang, Nilama Imi Amka Angap. Kala Jiwa Nimok, Bemgam Nyama, Naya Aikam.
Explain to me how that would be useful.
Beraka Karam Kara, Ninyamok, Oramag Yang Megik. Nibaga Klamka, Gakyam, Glagnimu Amya Galak. Naya Naramkam, Kala Ama Mani Mami, Libik Bak.
Sure seems that way.
Memgam Gamgi, Nina Gegwan, Amnerna Hanak. Kamperem Ganyam Bajiyang, Maniki Kumbukam.
As you can see by the data, there is no disease in known space that propagates as quickly as the Taresian Rakul plague. Even one individual Rakul can start a pandemic, as we have observed in 81 colonies to date. Until a vaccine can be widely distributed, it is highly doubtful that any civilian colonization effort will yield lasting results. Thank you.
You lecture like an authority. Should I know your name?
Dr. Iana Sell, but no one gets famous doing Taresian Rakul work. The last breakthrough was 3 centuries ago. HoloNet archives say a Dr. Thorne developed a Rakul serum vaccine just hours before the bombardment. I've been trying to acquire this serum, but short of putting a blaster to someone's head, that's not going to happen.
If there's a cure out there, you'd be saving millions.
Don't tempt me. There's a pirate camp not far from here. I heard they went after the ruins of Sepanek Memorial Hospital. Sepanek was well preserved. If there's Rakul serum to be found, it'd be there. I asked Commander Vicky to step in, but since it wasn't a Republic hospital, the pirates have legal salvage rights.
Have you tried approaching them?
Honestly, no. They're the Death's Claw pirates. They'd look at me and see scared human girl with money. You, on the other hand, what would you think about getting some samples out of them?
I speak pirate.
Well, I hope negotiations go well. I can't say what will be required to get this done, but this plague has infected half a planet's worth of people. So if that serum shows up on my lab table, it'd be unethical to throw it away for any reason. I hope my position is clear.
Thank you for coming so fast. I told you the commander would send someone, Gartha.
The commander didn't send her. That's not a uniform I've ever seen.
She got here on her own somehow, past all the Rakuls. She could still help us.
It'll take more than a dumb critter to kill me.
Really? Because they're the most terrifying things I've ever seen. Dragged down 3/4 of our team before we could do anything. We're a Republic archaeological salvage team. They call us the corpse counters because we're cataloging the bodies from the bombardment.
We were in an old Zucker works pipe this morning when those monsters came out of nowhere. They killed our guards and half a dozen of our team.
They might not be dead. We ran, we didn't see. Could you please just check if anyone survived?
I would not want to be the one left behind in a hole full of those things.
I wanted to go back for them.
Don't be ridiculous, Sierra. Then we'd just be dead too.
We were in the Zerka Works pipeline. If you go soon, there may still be someone there.
No, there's no hope for our friends now. But maybe you can make those monsters pay for what they did.
It's amazing, isn't it? To stand at the site of such history. The fall of Terrace has always cast a shadow over the Republic. So many millions of our people are descended from the refugees who fled its destruction. And we've carried its effects for far too long.
Are you talking about something specific?
I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Synoda. I have made it my life's work to cure Kolu syndrome, a rare cancer that affects only the descendants of Teresian refugees. But I have reached the limits of what I can do without the original settlers' medical records. I came here to access the systems in Terrace's old general hospital, but I, underestimated the dangers.
I get the feeling you're not telling me everything.
What could I possibly gain? Please, if you can help me, millions of people would be in your debt. Please go to the old hospital. I have the plans here. There are emergency generators that may still work. If you bring them up, we can download the old records. Bring them back, and you could save millions of people from a life of pain and early death.
This is for you, Gartha. I saw you ahead of me there, before the pack cut us off. Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after they die. I'm one of them now. I hear those monsters, sniffing for me in the dark, and I know I'll be with the dead before anyone comes for us. And I do care. But I'd rather lie here 1,000 years undiscovered than have some greedy son of a hut like you dig me up just to see what I've got that's worth stealing. I hope someone else finds this and makes you pay for your crimes, like I'm about to pay for mine.
You're back, and I don't see anyone with you. Did you... are they...
Dead? What did you think? The Rakghouls would buy them flowers and send them home?
Actually, one of them left you a message, Gartha.
A message? Oh, that must be Elizu. They were very close. I'll call the base and tell them what happened.
I'm putting in for a transfer. No job is worth this.
I hear you found a way to make it worth your while.
What did you find? Was Elizu alive? What did that lying coward say about me?
Greed's one thing, Gartha. But grave robbing's just low.
Okay, fine. So I'm sending some trinkets into the black market instead of Republic archives. So what? You're talking about people who died generations ago.
We'll see if you think prisoners have as few rights as the dead.
Very funny.
The commander's sending a team to retrieve the bodies. Thank you for doing what you could.
Ask your partner what's been happening to the valuables you find.
Oh, please. This is so humiliating. Yes, Elizu and I were stealing some trinkets for the black market. The blasted dead don't cry over it. Why should you?
How could you? You told me those boxes were going to the Republic archive.
Yeah, so I lied. What, you going to turn me in for that too?
We'll work this out later. We've asked enough of your time. Although, if you have a moment...
Is this leading up to something?
Okay, this'll sound crazy, but there's more Rakghouls at our grave sites than any of the Republic target zones.
They're just drawn to the noise and the smell of flesh.
We're not any noisier or fleshier than a platoon of soldiers. I think they're protecting their ancestors.
Ancestors?
See, Rakghouls descend from sentience. It's a disease, one we know little about. But if my theory is correct, it'll be our first insight into how they think. This could be a first step toward taking the planet back from them.
What's your plan for making that happen?
The salvage team can't get to the main bombardment sites. There are so many Rakghouls there, you can see them by satellite, like a living carpet. If you could get samples from both the Rakghouls and the skeletons at one of the main sites, we could see if they're related.
Do you have any details? What exactly are we talking about?
There probably isn't a way to get a Rackle to volunteer a genetic sample, so, I guess you'll be killing them. Then we'll compare their blood samples with genetic material from corpses in the same area.
What's the upside for me?
This bombardment site is chock full of salvage no one's ever managed to get to.
You never change, do you? But I am sure the Republic will pay something for the data. I'll give you whatever they offer. Thank you again. I'll be waiting to see what you find.
Bet that was a fine starship when it was flying. I can just make out the name. Indar Spire.
Lieutenant Carlslow, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Detail. Please, tell me you're our reinforcement.
Childress sent me. What cut you off?
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
Frontal assaults aren't my thing. I'll start killing, and you're welcome to join in.
I'm not looking for leadership, just a strong arm and a good eye. Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship, go! If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this wreck's data is in the hands of Commander Vikwi.
Isn't that in your job description?
If I had my men, sure. But we've only scratched the surface of the Endar Spire's data. We've got the high-priority stuff, but we need every log and every camera. If I take off with the delivery, that leaves the Slicers helpless. If you go, I can defend us until the reinforcements arrive.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob, Vac-Brain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
You know, violence is usually my last resort. Usually.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the Rak Ghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like huts on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And don't think they're incapacitated. Oh no, they just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
Just give me the serum when the talking stops.
Wait. We don't have all that much. If you cut off my supply, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamite General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
If you waste my time, I'm gonna be upset.
No, the stuff is down there, I swear, on my medical license. The real one.
These are all the medical records I could find. Thank you. I am sure you have braved many higher profile dangers, but you will never do anything more important. You have saved countless lives. One of them may well be mine. My ancestors fled Terrace 300 years ago, and my family still carries their curse. I thank you. The Republic sent a unit to retrieve our team's bodies. They said to thank you for your help.
Aren't you going to ask if she went after your pet project?
Why do you always try to ruin everything? Do Sullustan moms not hug their children or something? Did you get to the bombardment site? I don't see a scratch on you.
The Rak Ghouls didn't want to give up their blood, but I convinced them.
I'm sure you can be quite persuasive. Just let me see the samples. I've got a portable scanner that can give us preliminary results right now. That's amazing. There's over a 50% correlation. Genetic drift usually means a much less marked connection, even in a normal population after so many years.
So, they're not just related, they're inbred?
Guess they're not any pickier about their mates than their food.
How can you joke about this? This is incredible. There's no way this is coincidence.
What? Where's the cynical disbelief?
You can't dispute the numbers, Sierra. You're right. This is amazing. If rat ghouls have enough rationality to remember people and places that matter to them, we can't keep treating them like mindless animals.
They've slaughtered millions of people, including your friends.
We need to cancel our operations in these grave sites. We can't keep antagonizing them.
But if we know they come to the defense of certain territories, we can bait them, draw them out, so the Republic can send in troops to exterminate them.
No, if they're sentient, we can't just keep murdering them.
I'll contact the Reconstruction Authority. Do you have an opinion on this?
If there's any way to coexist peacefully with the rat ghouls, we should take it.
I guess it's a virtue to forgive, right? At least this way, maybe we can avoid those kind of attacks in the future. I'll give the Republic your recommendation. Thank you again for all your help.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got. Well, thank the Force for good Teresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries. While we wait, is there a cost to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
No problems. I found some stashed away for a rainy century.
You make it sound so easy. Here we are. Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago, but the Rakul plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
That's the way the flat cake crumbles.
Oh, I'm not giving up. Now I just need what we call a lucky survivor, whose system has made antibodies to the modern plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
What happened to most virulent disease in known space?
I need someone with proven recuperative powers. Someone who gets injured almost on a daily basis. Ideally, they would have survived stabbings, shootings, poison, infections, maybe all of the above. I understand your profession exposes you to physical punishment. Do you think you could survive infection?
I've been shot more often than the family holocamera. This can't be much worse.
Well, and I had this whole speech ready. All right. We have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe Rakghouls in the field. He'll be able to collect the antibodies and slow any potential complications. After I give you the serum, go out there and test it. Let the Rakghouls attack you and see what happens.
You don't have this plague in a needle or something?
If it needs to work in the field, it needs to work in the field. Now, here's your serum injection. I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
If you have any questions about military operations on... Oh, pardon. Are you the hero of the Endar Spire?
You're the one I'm supposed to report to?
Yes. I appreciate the service you have done for me and for the Republic. The data from the Endar Spire will be invaluable to the Republic's war efforts. Lieutenant Karlsu tells me there's close surveillance footage of the Imperial warships.
It's kind of fun doing this galaxy-shaking stuff. Makes me all shivery.
Wartime can stir patriotism in the most unlikely souls. Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Sell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
Can you do anything about these cuts? I'm losing blood here.
I'm sorry, my core function is in analysis, not trauma care. Here's Dr. Sell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
What do you mean, usual secrecy agreements?
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the Exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
Tell them I'm already selling my blood elsewhere to start up a competing cure.
You know, that's not bad. It ought to light a fire under them. Thanks for putting yourself on the line for this. Would have taken years to do it the safe way. I don't know if Taurus will ever be what it was, but now, at least, there's hope.
I handled everything just like you wanted.
Nakag agip kikbenabab. Neya agam berakaki. Mem amgab kugab kramanik. Umka kiga mayamak. Bemka naya nugan. Jinim naya lak umnan mege.